You're resting peacefully in your comfortable bed, wrapped in the gentle embrace of cool darkness. The quiet stillness of night surrounds you as your breathing naturally deepens and your body settles into complete relaxation. As consciousness drifts away, you're carried back through vast spans of geological time to an ancient world of endless forests and sun-drenched plains, awakening in a powerful predatory body perfectly designed for the hunt in the magnificent late Jurassic landscapes where giants rule the earth. The first sensation that reaches your awakening consciousness is the warmth of early morning sunlight filtering through your thick, scaled hide. You're resting in a shallow depression beneath a grove of towering conifers, surrounded by the lush vegetation of the late Jurassic period. The air is warm and humid, carrying the rich scents of flowering plants, decomposing matter, and the complex odor signatures of countless creatures that share this ancient ecosystem. The landscape around you stretches endlessly across rolling hills and broad valleys, painted in every shade of green imaginable. Massive Araucaria pines and other conifers create cathedral-like groves, while giant ferns and cycads fill the understory with their primitive beauty. Early flowering plants add splashes of color to this prehistoric garden, their blooms attracting clouds of insects that form the foundation of complex food webs. The sounds of this Jurassic dawn create a symphony unlike anything from the modern world. The haunting calls of pterosaurs echo overhead as they ride the morning thermals, while the distant bellows of sauropods punctuate the air with their deep, resonant voices. Small mammals rustle through the undergrowth, birds call from hidden perches in the canopy, and the gentle murmur of flowing water speaks of streams and rivers that crisscross this fertile landscape. As awareness returns fully to your being, you begin to understand the remarkable nature of your physical form. You are an Allosaurus, one of the most successful and formidable predators ever to walk the earth. Your body is a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering, perfectly designed for the pursuit, capture, and consumption of prey in a world where only the most efficient hunters survive. Your first movement is a slow, deliberate lifting of your massive head, and immediately you feel the perfect balance that characterizes your anatomy. Your skull is large and robust, housing a brain that, while not enormous by mammalian standards, demonstrates remarkable intelligence and sophisticated behavioral capabilities. Your head sits atop a powerful neck that provides both strength and flexibility, allowing you to deliver devastating bites while maintaining excellent maneuverability during hunts. Your jaws are lined with rows of razor-sharp curved teeth designed for slicing through flesh and crushing bone. Each tooth is a finely honed instrument of death, with serrated edges that can tear through even the toughest hide. Your bite force is tremendous, capable of delivering crushing pressure while your teeth do their deadly work. As you test your jaw muscles with a gentle opening and closing motion, you can feel the enormous power contained within your skull. Your neck is muscular and flexible, perfectly proportioned to support your massive head while providing the range of motion necessary for effective hunting. The vertebrae are specially reinforced to handle the tremendous forces generated during attacks, while powerful muscles provide both strength and precise control. Your neck allows you to strike like a serpent when prey is within range, while also serving as a shock absorber during high-impact encounters. As you begin to rise from your resting position, you become acutely aware of your two powerful legs. Your limbs are built for both speed and power, with massive thigh muscles that can propel your body forward in explosive bursts of acceleration. Your lower legs are designed for endurance and agility, allowing you to maintain pursuit over considerable distances while navigating complex terrain with surprising grace. Your feet are equipped with sharp, curved claws that serve multiple functions in your predatory lifestyle. These talons provide excellent traction during high-speed chases, can be used as weapons during attacks, and help you maintain balance on uneven surfaces. Each claw is perfectly maintained through constant use, remaining sharp and deadly throughout your active life. Your arms, though smaller than your legs, are remarkably strong and perfectly adapted for grasping and holding prey. Each arm ends in a three-fingered hand, equipped with large, curved claws that can inflict terrible wounds or secure struggling victims. The muscles in your arms and shoulders provide surprising strength, allowing you to hold on to prey while delivering the killing bite. Your torso is powerfully built, with a deep chest that houses massive lungs and a strong heart capable of supporting the intense cardiovascular demands of an active predator. Your ribcage protects vital organs while providing attachment points for the powerful muscles that drive your hunting activities. Your body is perfectly proportioned for the explosive movements required in predatory encounters. Your tail extends behind you like a massive counterbalance, perfectly designed to maintain stability during rapid acceleration, sharp turns, and sudden stops. The tail is heavily muscled and surprisingly flexible, capable of subtle adjustments that help you maintain perfect balance regardless of your body position or speed. During hunts, your tail works like a dynamic stabilizer, automatically adjusting to keep you upright and agile. Your hide is thick and tough, providing natural armor against the defensive weapons of prey animals while maintaining enough sensitivity to detect subtle environmental changes. The skin has a pebbly texture that offers protection from thorns and rough surfaces, while specialized nerve endings provide detailed tactile information about your surroundings. Your coloration is perfectly adapted to your environment, with patterns of browns, greens, and subtle stripes that help you blend into the dappled shadows of the forest. This natural camouflage is crucial for successful hunting, allowing you to approach prey undetected until you're close enough to launch a devastating attack. Your senses are extraordinarily acute, beginning with vision that surpasses most modern predators. Your eyes are large and forward-facing, providing excellent binocular vision that allows you to judge distances with deadly precision. Your visual acuity is exceptional, capable of detecting the slightest movement across vast distances while also picking up subtle details in your immediate environment. Your color vision is sophisticated, allowing you to distinguish between different types of vegetation and detect the subtle color changes that might indicate hidden prey or environmental hazards. You can also see into the ultraviolet spectrum, revealing patterns and details invisible to many other creatures. Your sense of smell is equally impressive, with nasal passages designed to analyze the complex cocktail of scents that tell the story of your territory. You can detect the passage of potential prey from hours or even days earlier, distinguish between different species by their unique odor signatures, and monitor the emotional states of other predators through subtle changes in their scent profiles. Your olfactory system can process multiple scent streams simultaneously, creating a three-dimensional map of chemical information that extends far beyond your immediate vicinity. This chemical landscape provides continuous updates about the movements, health, and activities of every creature in your territory. Your hearing is acute across a wide range of frequencies, from the subsonic calls of distant sauropods to the ultrasonic communications of small mammals. Every sound in your environment carries potential significance, whether it indicates the presence of prey, the approach of competitors, or changes in weather patterns that might affect hunting conditions. Your auditory processing includes the ability to filter and focus on specific sounds while maintaining awareness of the general acoustic environment. This selective hearing allows you to track individual prey animals through dense vegetation while remaining alert to other potential opportunities or threats. As you fully achieve your standing position, you feel the enormous power contained within your muscular frame. Every aspect of your anatomy speaks to your role as an apex predator. From the crushing strength of your jaws to the lightning reflexes that make you one of the most dangerous hunters in your ecosystem. You are built for the hunt, and every fiber of your being responds to that fundamental purpose. Your standing height places your head nearly 10 feet above the ground, providing an excellent vantage point for surveying your territory and detecting potential prey at considerable distances. Your elevated position also contributes to your intimidating presence, making you appear even larger and more formidable to both prey and competing predators. From your standing position, you begin your morning assessment of territorial conditions and hunting opportunities. Your territory encompasses several square miles of prime hunting ground, including forests, open clearings, and the edges of wetland areas where various prey species come to drink. Every feature of this landscape is familiar to you, catalogued through years of successful hunting and territorial defense. The morning air carries information about weather patterns, with humidity and wind conditions suggesting that today will be warm and clear, ideal for hunting activities. The absence of recent storm activity means that prey animals will likely follow their normal patterns, making their behavior more predictable and hunting more successful. Your first priority is to assess the current status of potential prey in your territory. Your excellent sense of smell immediately begins cataloging the various scent trails that crisscross your domain, providing detailed information about the recent movements of different species. You can detect the passage of several herbivorous dinosaurs within the last day, including some particularly promising opportunities. A fresh scent trail indicates that a small group of ornithopods passed through your territory during the night, moving toward the water sources to the east. These agile herbivores represent excellent prey opportunities, though their speed and alertness make them challenging targets that require careful planning and precise execution. Another scent signature reveals the recent presence of juvenile sauropods in the area, probably separated from their main herd during feeding activities. Young sauropods represent some of the most rewarding prey available, though their capture requires considerable skill and carries significant risks due to the protective instincts of adult herd members. The chemical analysis of your environment also reveals the territorial markers of competing predators, providing crucial intelligence about potential conflicts and resource competition. The scent signatures indicate that other large theropods have been active in adjacent territories, though none appear to have directly challenged your domain recently. Your morning survey also includes visual inspection of the landscape for signs of prey activity. Your excellent eyesight allows you to detect subtle disturbances in vegetation that might indicate recent animal passage, while movement in the distance could signal current feeding or traveling activities by potential targets. The acoustic environment provides additional hunting intelligence, with various sounds indicating the types and locations of different creatures throughout your territory. The calls of herbivorous dinosaurs can reveal their current positions and activities, while alarm calls might indicate the presence of other predators that could interfere with your hunting plans. Your assessment reveals several promising hunting opportunities, each requiring different strategies and offering different levels of risk and reward. The decision of which opportunity to pursue first depends on factors including the likelihood of success, the energy expenditure required, and the potential interference from other predators or environmental conditions. Your hunting strategy begins with careful analysis of the most promising scent trail, the ornithopods that pass through during the night. The freshness of their scent suggests that they're probably no more than a few hours ahead of you, well within range for a successful pursuit. Their direction of travel indicates they're heading toward known feeding areas where you've had success in the past. The ornithopods appear to be a family group of medium-sized individuals, based on the variety of track sizes and scent intensities in their trail. This composition suggests a balance of experience and vulnerability that could work to your advantage if you can separate the group or target the younger, less experienced members. Your approach to hunting these prey animals begins with careful route planning that takes advantage of natural terrain features and wind patterns. You must position yourself downwind of your targets to avoid detection by their acute sense of smell, while also utilizing cover and elevation changes to remain hidden until you're close enough to launch your attack. The route you choose takes you through a section of dense forest where towering conifers provide excellent concealment. The forest floor is carpeted with fallen needles that muffle your footsteps, while the complex terrain offers numerous ambush opportunities. Your knowledge of this area includes detailed familiarity with every trail, hiding spot, and strategic position. Your movement through the forest demonstrates the remarkable stealth capabilities that complement your explosive hunting power. Despite your enormous size, you move through the undergrowth with surprising quiet, each step carefully placed to avoid creating sounds that might alert potential prey to your presence. The art of stalking requires patience and perfect timing, qualities that distinguish successful predators from those that waste energy on poorly planned attacks. Your approach combines the patience of a dedicated hunter with the hair-trigger readiness to explode into action when the perfect opportunity presents itself. As you follow the scent trail through the forest, you encounter evidence of the complex ecosystem that surrounds you. The tracks and signs of various creatures tell stories of the intricate relationships between predators and prey, while the abundant plant life speaks to the remarkable fertility of this late Jurassic environment. Small mammals scurry through the undergrowth, their quick movements and sharp alertness making them unsuitable prey for a hunter of your size, but serving as useful indicators of environmental conditions. Their behavior can reveal the presence of other predators or changes in local conditions that might affect your hunting success. Various birds move through the canopy overhead, their calls and flight patterns providing information about disturbances in different areas of the forest. Some species serve as unwitting sentinels whose alarm calls can alert you to the presence of prey animals, while others might betray your own location if you're not careful to avoid startling them. The plant communities you pass through represent millions of years of evolutionary development, with species perfectly adapted to the unique conditions of the late Jurassic period. Ancient conifers tower overhead, while ferns and cycads create a lush understory that supports countless smaller creatures and provides the foundation for complex food webs. Your path takes you past a small clearing where early flowering plants display their primitive blooms, attracting clouds of insects that represent some of the earliest pollinators in Earth's history. These evolutionary experiments in reproduction and mutual benefit will eventually lead to the plant-dominated ecosystems of later geological periods. The stream that borders the clearing provides essential water for the diverse communities of creatures that inhabit this region. The riparian environment supports specialized plant and animal communities that exist nowhere else in the landscape, creating unique ecological niches that contribute to the overall biodiversity of your territory. As you continue following the ornithopod trail, the scent becomes progressively fresher, indicating that you're closing the distance between yourself and your potential prey. The tracks become more distinct, revealing details about the size, condition, and behavior of the individuals you're pursuing. The trail leads toward a series of open meadows where various herbivorous dinosaurs come to feed on the abundant vegetation. These areas represent some of the most productive hunting grounds in your territory, though they also require more careful stalking techniques due to the increased visibility and the tendency for prey animals to gather in groups. Your approach to the meadow areas requires maximum stealth and strategic positioning. The reduced cover means that you must use every available terrain feature to remain hidden while moving into position for a potential attack. Your camouflage patterns help you blend with the varied textures and colors of the forest edge. The transition from forest to meadow reveals a dramatically different landscape, with open grasslands stretching toward distant hills under a clear blue sky. The vegetation here consists primarily of ferns, cycads, and various primitive plants that can thrive in more exposed conditions than the shade-loving species of the forest understory. Your elevated position at the forest edge provides an excellent vantage point for observing the meadow and identifying the location of your potential prey. Your exceptional eyesight allows you to scan the entire area systematically, looking for movement or other signs that might indicate the presence of the ornithopods you've been tracking. The morning sun creates optimal lighting conditions for visual hunting, with clear visibility across the entire meadow and minimal shadows that might conceal prey animals. The thermal conditions are also favorable, with warming temperatures that will encourage increased activity among the herbivorous dinosaurs that use this area for feeding. Your patience is rewarded when you spot movement in the distant part of the meadow. A group of ornithopods has emerged from the far forest edge and is beginning to feed on the abundant vegetation. Their relaxed postures and systematic feeding behavior suggest that they're unaware of your presence, providing an ideal opportunity for a carefully planned attack. The ornithopods appear to be a family group consisting of 2 adults and 3 juveniles, exactly matching the composition suggested by the scent trail you've been following. Their positioning in the meadow provides both opportunities and challenges for your hunting strategy. The adults are positioned to provide optimal protection for the juveniles, with one maintaining watch while the other feeds. This defensive arrangement is typical of intelligent herbivores and will require careful planning to overcome. However, the predictable nature of their protective behavior also creates opportunities for a strategically minded predator. Your attack strategy must account for the speed and agility of your targets, the protective instincts of the adults, and the open terrain that provides little concealment once you begin your charge. Success will depend on careful positioning, perfect timing, and explosive execution once you commit to the attack. The distance between your position and the ornithopod group is significant, requiring you to close approximately 300 yards of open ground before you're within effective attack range. This approach must be made without detection, necessitating the use of subtle terrain features and careful timing to avoid alerting your prey. Your route planning takes advantage of a shallow depression that runs through the middle of the meadow, providing partial concealment for much of your approach. The depression was probably carved by seasonal water flow and is now filled with vegetation that can help mask your movement. The final phase of your approach will require crossing completely open ground where detection becomes almost inevitable. This means that your charge must be timed perfectly to minimize the distance your prey can travel before you reach them, while also accounting for their likely escape routes and defensive responses. Your movement into the meadow begins with careful positioning at the forest edge, where you can observe your targets while remaining concealed among the trees. The ornithopods continue their feeding activities, occasionally lifting their heads to scan for threats, but showing no signs of awareness regarding your presence. Your advance into the depression requires precise control of your massive body to avoid creating vibrations or sounds that might alert your prey. Each step is carefully placed, with your weight distributed to minimize ground pressure while maintaining readiness for explosive acceleration when the attack begins. The vegetation in the depression provides excellent concealment, allowing you to move closer to your targets while remaining hidden from their view. Your camouflage patterns help you blend with the varied textures and shadows created by the mixed plant communities. As you move through the depression, you continuously monitor your targets for any signs of increased alertness or preparation to flee. Their body language remains relaxed, suggesting that your approach has been successful so far. The wind direction continues to favor your stalk, carrying your scent away from the prey animals. Your position in the depression also provides opportunities to observe the detailed behavior of your potential prey, allowing you to identify the most vulnerable individuals and predict their likely responses to your attack. The juveniles appear less alert than the adults, while one adult seems primarily focused on feeding rather than security. The behavioral patterns of your targets reveal important tactical information that will influence your attack strategy. The less alert adult represents your primary target, as its capture would eliminate one of the group's protectors while providing substantial nutrition. The juveniles represent secondary targets if the opportunity arises. Your approach brings you to within 150 yards of the ornithopod group, close enough for a potentially successful charge, but still requiring perfect execution to ensure success. The remaining distance must be covered quickly enough to prevent escape, while accurately enough to secure your chosen target. The tension builds as you prepare for the explosive transition from stealth to open attack. Your muscles coil with potential energy, while your senses remain hyper-alert for any changes in your target's behavior that might indicate detection or preparation to flee. Your breathing becomes more controlled and focused as adrenaline begins to flood your system. Every aspect of your physiology prepares for the intense demands of the chase, from your cardiovascular system to your muscular coordination. This physiological preparation represents millions of years of evolutionary refinement in predatory adaptations. The moment for action arrives when the less alert adult moves slightly apart from the group while pursuing a particularly attractive cluster of vegetation. This temporary separation creates a brief window of opportunity that must be seized immediately or lost entirely. Your attack explodes with devastating suddenness. Your powerful legs launch your massive body forward with incredible acceleration, covering the first 50 yards in seconds while maintaining perfect balance and trajectory. The sound of your charge immediately alerts the ornithopods, but their reaction time cannot match your explosive speed. Your approach demonstrates the terrifying efficiency of a perfectly evolved predator. Every aspect of your anatomy works in perfect coordination, from the driving power of your legs to the stabilizing action of your tail. Your focus narrows to your chosen target, while maintaining awareness of potential escape routes and defensive responses. The ornithopod group reacts to your charge with panic and confusion, their peaceful feeding instantly transformed into desperate flight. The adults attempt to position themselves between you and the juveniles while preparing for their own escape, but your strategic positioning and explosive speed limit their options. Your target attempts to flee toward the forest edge, but your angle of approach cuts off this escape route while maintaining your optimal attack trajectory. The mathematics of the chase favor your success, with your superior speed and strategic positioning overcoming the head start provided by your target's early detection of your approach. The final phase of your charge brings you within striking distance of your target. Your massive jaws open to their full extent, revealing the impressive array of teeth that will deliver the killing blow. Your neck muscles prepare for the tremendous forces involved in capturing and subduing struggling prey. Your attack is swift and decisive. Your jaws close around your target with bone-crushing force, while your powerful neck muscles absorb the impact and control the struggling animal. The kill is accomplished quickly and efficiently, demonstrating the lethal effectiveness that has made your species one of the most successful predators in Earth's history. The successful hunt provides both immediate satisfaction and essential nutrition for your massive body. The capture represents the culmination of planning, patience, and explosive action that characterizes successful predatory behavior. Your feeding will provide the energy needed for territorial defense, mate seeking, and continued survival in your challenging environment. Your feeding technique demonstrates sophisticated anatomical adaptations for processing large prey. Your teeth are perfectly designed for slicing through flesh and crushing bone, while your powerful jaw muscles provide the force necessary for efficient consumption. Your digestive system is optimized for extracting maximum nutrition from large meals. The taste of fresh meat satisfies deep biological needs while triggering physiological responses that enhance digestion and nutrient absorption. Your body immediately begins processing this nutrition, sending energy to muscles, organs, and growing tissues while storing excess for future needs. As you feed, you maintain constant awareness of your surroundings, a necessity for any predator that might face competition from scavengers or other threats. Your position provides good visibility across the meadow, while offering reasonable escape routes if larger predators should arrive to contest your kill. The feeding process requires significant time and energy, during which you're relatively vulnerable to attack from competitors or interference from other environmental factors. Your alertness during feeding represents a crucial survival skill that distinguishes successful predators from those that become victims themselves. Your consumption of the prey animal demonstrates remarkable efficiency, with virtually every part of the carcass providing useful nutrition. Your digestive system can process bones, organs, and even tough hide, extracting nutrients that would be unavailable to less specialized feeders. The completion of your meal marks the beginning of a different phase in your daily routine. With your immediate nutritional needs satisfied, you can focus on other important activities such as territorial patrolling, social interactions, and the search for potential mates during appropriate seasons. Your departure from the feeding site involves careful cleanup and scent marking activities that establish your claim to this territory while providing information for other predators about your presence and capabilities. These behaviors serve important functions in maintaining territorial boundaries and social hierarchies. The successful hunt has provided substantial nutrition that will sustain you for several days, allowing you to be selective about future hunting opportunities and focus energy on activities other than immediate prey capture. This feast or famine lifestyle is typical of large predators and requires sophisticated resource management. Your movement away from the kill site demonstrates the territorial awareness that guides much of your daily behavior. Every location in your domain has strategic significance, whether as hunting grounds, resting areas, or boundary zones that require regular patrolling and maintenance. The midday heat begins to build as you move through your territory, creating thermal challenges that require behavioral adaptations. Your large body mass makes temperature regulation a constant consideration, especially during the warmer parts of the day when activity levels must be carefully managed. Your response to increasing heat includes seeking shade in forested areas and reducing activity levels during the hottest periods. The behavioral thermoregulation strategies employed by large predators involve careful balance between hunting opportunities and thermal stress management. The shade provided by towering conifers creates cooler microclimates that allow you to remain active during warmer periods. Your selection of resting spots takes advantage of these thermal refugia while maintaining visibility for monitoring territorial conditions and potential opportunities. Your afternoon activities include systematic patrolling of territorial boundaries, checking scent markers, and investigating any signs of intrusion by competing predators. This territorial maintenance is crucial for maintaining exclusive access to hunting grounds and essential resources. The territorial patrolling reveals evidence of various activities within your domain, from the movements of potential prey to the occasional signs of other predators testing your boundaries. Your response to these challenges involves both direct confrontation when necessary and strategic positioning to deter future intrusions. Your afternoon patrol takes you through different habitat types within your territory, from dense forests to open clearings and the edges of wetland areas. Each habitat supports different communities of potential prey and requires different hunting strategies and territorial defense approaches. The forest areas provide excellent cover for stalking and ambush hunting, while also offering thermal relief during hot periods. The complex terrain includes numerous strategic positions that can be used for observing prey movements and planning hunting approaches. The open areas offer different hunting opportunities, but require different tactical approaches due to the increased visibility and reduced cover. These areas are particularly valuable during cooler periods when visibility is excellent and prey animals are most active. The wetland edges represent crucial resources that attract various prey species for drinking and feeding on aquatic vegetation. These areas require careful monitoring due to their importance to multiple species and the potential for conflicts over access rights. Your patrol route includes regular stops at elevated positions that provide excellent vantage points for observing large areas of your territory. These observation posts allow you to monitor prey movements, detect potential threats, and assess general conditions across your domain. The intelligence gathered during territorial patrols includes information about prey abundance, predator activity, environmental changes, and seasonal patterns that affect hunting success. This accumulated knowledge represents a crucial advantage in territorial defense and resource utilization. Your afternoon activities also include investigation of any unusual signs or disturbances that might indicate changes in local conditions or the presence of unfamiliar creatures. These investigations require careful assessment of potential risks and benefits before deciding whether to pursue or avoid new situations. The discovery of fresh scent, marks from an unknown predator, creates a situation requiring immediate attention and careful response. The chemical analysis of these marks provides information about the size, health, and recent activities of the potential competitor. Your response to territorial challenges involves both assessment of the threat level and strategic planning for appropriate responses. The size and freshness of the intruding predator's signs help determine whether immediate confrontation is necessary or whether strategic positioning might deter future intrusions. The territorial dispute that emerges requires careful management to avoid unnecessary risks while maintaining control of essential resources. Your experience in such conflicts provides tactical knowledge about effective responses to different types of challenges. Your confrontation with the territorial intruder occurs at a boundary area where both predators have legitimate claims based on historical use patterns. The resolution of such conflicts requires both physical capability and strategic intelligence to achieve favorable outcomes. The territorial contest involves displays of size, strength, and determination that communicate fighting ability, while providing opportunities for one party to withdraw without physical confrontation. These ritualized conflicts help minimize injury while establishing clear dominance relationships. Your success in the territorial dispute reinforces your control over crucial hunting grounds while deterring future challenges from the same competitor. The victory provides psychological satisfaction while ensuring continued access to essential resources. The resolution of the territorial conflict allows you to continue your afternoon patrol with increased confidence and territorial security. The successful defense demonstrates your continued fitness and dominance within your established range. Your late afternoon activities include exploration of areas that haven't been visited recently, allowing you to update your knowledge of territorial conditions and identify any changes that might affect future hunting or territorial defense strategies. The exploration reveals evidence of seasonal changes in vegetation and prey animal behavior that will influence your future tactical planning. These environmental shifts create new opportunities while eliminating others, requiring adaptive responses to maintain hunting success. Your investigation of seasonal changes includes assessment of how shifting weather patterns affect prey availability, water source reliability, and the overall productivity of different areas within your territory. This environmental monitoring provides crucial intelligence for long-term survival. The approaching evening brings changes in light and temperature that affect both your behavior and that of potential prey throughout your ecosystem. The transition from day to night represents both opportunities and challenges for nocturnal hunting activities. Your evening patrol focuses on areas where prey animals typically gather for water and evening feeding activities. These predictable behavior patterns create opportunities for ambush hunting, while also increasing competition with other predators for prime positions. The selection of evening hunting areas requires assessment of multiple factors, including prey abundance, competitor activity, environmental conditions, and your own energy levels after the day's activities. These tactical decisions demonstrate the sophisticated planning abilities that characterize successful apex predators. Your positioning for potential evening hunting involves finding concealed locations that provide good visibility over prey-gathering areas while offering excellent attack routes and escape options. These strategic positions have been identified and refined through years of successful hunting experience. The evening light creates optimal conditions for visual hunting, with excellent visibility across hunting areas and minimal shadows that might conceal approaching threats or interfere with attack accuracy. The thermal conditions also favor increased activity among prey species. Your evening observations reveal the complex patterns of prey animal behavior during transition periods between day and night activities. Different species show varying levels of activity and alertness, creating different hunting opportunities that require adaptive tactical responses. The social behaviors of prey animals during evening periods often involve group formations that provide enhanced security through collective vigilance. These defensive arrangements require careful analysis to identify vulnerable individuals or situations that might be exploited. Your evening hunting strategy adapts to the changing conditions and prey behaviors that characterize this transition period. The approach emphasizes patience and strategic positioning rather than immediate action, allowing optimal opportunities to develop naturally. The successful evening hunt provides additional nutrition while demonstrating your continued hunting prowess and territorial dominance. The capture techniques employed show the tactical flexibility that allows adaptation to different prey types and environmental conditions. Your feeding during evening hours requires careful attention to changing light conditions and potential interference from other predators who may be attracted by the sounds and scents of your kill. The thermal environment also affects feeding efficiency and digestion rates. The completion of your evening feeding marks the beginning of the transition to night activities and rest periods. Your body begins the physiological changes associated with reduced activity levels and the processing of consumed nutrition. Your selection of resting areas for the night involves assessment of security, comfort, and strategic positioning for the following day's activities. These decisions reflect both immediate needs and longer-term territorial management considerations. The resting site you choose provides excellent concealment while maintaining reasonable escape routes and good defensive positions. The location has been used successfully in the past and offers proven security during vulnerable rest periods. Your preparation for night rest includes final territorial marking and scent analysis to ensure that no threats have approached during your evening activities. These security measures help ensure safe rest while maintaining territorial claims during periods of reduced vigilance. The process of settling into rest position involves careful positioning of your massive body to optimize both comfort and readiness for potential threats. Your size and weight require attention to circulation and pressure points during extended rest periods. As darkness falls across your territory, your senses adapt to the changing acoustic environment that characterizes night periods. The sounds of nocturnal creatures create a different but equally informative soundscape that helps maintain environmental awareness during rest. Your sleep patterns are relatively light, with frequent periods of wakefulness that allow assessment of environmental conditions and response to potential threats. This vigilant rest pattern reflects the security challenges faced by large predators in competitive ecosystems. The cool night air provides relief from the day's thermal stress, while creating conditions that affect the behavior of various nocturnal species throughout your territory. Your large thermal mass helps maintain stable body temperature despite environmental fluctuations. Your digestive system continues processing the day's nutrition throughout the night, converting consumed prey into the energy and building materials needed for tissue maintenance, growth, and tomorrow's activities. These metabolic processes generate heat that contributes to temperature regulation. The night sounds of your ecosystem create a familiar acoustic environment that provides both security and information about territorial conditions. Your ability to interpret these sounds helps maintain awareness while allowing the physical recovery that rest provides. Your dreams blend memories of successful hunts with deeper instinctive patterns that reflect millions of years of predatory evolution. These mental processes help consolidate learning while maintaining the predatory instincts that define your existence. As the night deepens, you settle into deeper rest phases that allow your massive body to recover from the day's hunting and territorial activities. Your defensive capabilities remain ready for instant activation should threats materialize during vulnerable rest periods. The gentle night breeze carries scents and sounds across your territory, providing continuous updates about conditions throughout your domain. Your unconscious monitoring of these environmental cues helps maintain security while allowing necessary rest and recovery. Your massive presence influences the behavior of numerous other species throughout the night, with many creatures adjusting their activities to account for your location and status. This ecological influence demonstrates your role as a keystone predator in your ecosystem. The security provided by your formidable hunting abilities creates zones of relative safety for smaller creatures that benefit from your presence. These indirect relationships demonstrate the complex interdependencies that characterize successful ecological communities. Throughout the night, your territory remains under your influence even during rest periods, with scent markers and territorial boundaries continuing to deter competitors and maintain your exclusive access to essential resources. As dawn approaches, your body begins the natural transition from rest to active hunting readiness that will prepare you for another day of predatory activities. The biological rhythms that govern your daily cycles are perfectly synchronized with environmental conditions and prey animal behaviors. The anticipation of another day brings with it the expectation of new hunting opportunities, territorial challenges, and the ongoing activities that define successful predatory existence. Each day offers chances to demonstrate the remarkable adaptations that make your species successful. Your gradual awakening occurs in coordination with environmental light changes and the increasing activity of potential prey species. This synchronized awakening pattern optimizes your readiness for early morning hunting opportunities when many prey animals are most vulnerable. The morning assessment of territorial conditions reveals the successful maintenance of security during the night period, with no signs of significant intrusions or challenges to your dominance. This territorial stability provides a secure foundation for the day's hunting activities. Your emergence into full consciousness brings with it the satisfaction of successful survival and territorial maintenance in one of the most competitive environments in Earth's history. Your existence as an Allosaurus represents the pinnacle of predatory evolution and adaptive success. The morning light reveals your magnificent form against the backdrop of the ancient landscape, creating one of the most iconic images of life in the age of dinosaurs. You embody the perfect balance between intelligence and instinct that characterizes the most successful predators. Your stretching routine reveals the remarkable coordination and power of your predatory anatomy, with each muscle group perfectly integrated for explosive hunting performance. The morning preparation of your body demonstrates the sophisticated physiological systems that support predatory excellence. The sounds of your awakening territory create a familiar symphony of life that has echoed through millions of years of evolutionary history. Your participation in this ancient chorus connects you to the timeless rhythms of predator and prey relationships. Your morning territorial survey reveals new scent trails and opportunities that have developed during the night, providing fresh hunting possibilities and intelligence about prey animal movements. This constantly changing tactical situation requires adaptive responses and strategic planning. The assessment of overnight changes includes evaluation of weather conditions, prey animal activities, competitor movements, and any environmental factors that might affect hunting success. This environmental monitoring provides crucial intelligence for tactical planning. Your morning hunting strategy begins with analysis of the most promising opportunities revealed by your territorial survey. The selection of targets involves assessment of success probability, energy requirements, tactical complexity, and potential interference from environmental factors. The planning process that guides your hunting decisions demonstrates sophisticated cognitive abilities that integrate multiple information sources into optimal tactical responses. This intellectual capability distinguishes truly successful predators from those that rely solely on physical attributes. Your movement towards selected hunting areas displays the confident stride of a perfectly adapted apex predator moving through familiar territory. Each step demonstrates the integration of power, balance, and tactical awareness that characterizes successful predatory behavior. The morning hunt begins with pursuit of a new scent trail that indicates the presence of a lone sauropod juvenile that has become separated from its herd. This represents an exceptional opportunity, as young sauropods provide enormous nutritional rewards while being more vulnerable than the massive adults that dominate the herds. Your tracking of the juvenile sauropod reveals a story of gradual separation from the main herd, probably during feeding activities in dense vegetation where visual contact was lost. The young animal's trail shows signs of increasing distress and confusion as it searches for its family group. The tracking skills required for following such prey demonstrate remarkable cognitive abilities that integrate visual, olfactory, and environmental information into detailed behavioral reconstructions. Your brain processes this information automatically, creating comprehensive pictures of recent events in your territory. Your pursuit strategy must account for the possibility that adult sauropods might be searching for the missing juvenile, creating potential dangers from protective parents whose size and defensive capabilities pose serious threats even to predators of your caliber. The trail leads through a section of particularly dense forest where towering conifers create a cathedral-like environment of deep shadows and muffled sounds. This terrain provides excellent concealment for your approach, while also limiting visibility and creating acoustic challenges for tracking prey. Your movement through the dense forest demonstrates remarkable stealth capabilities that allow you to pursue prey through complex terrain without detection. Despite your massive size, your footsteps are carefully placed to minimize sound while maintaining readiness for explosive action. The forest environment reveals signs of recent sauropod feeding activity, with broken branches and stripped vegetation indicating the passage of the main herd. The damage patterns suggest a large group of various ages, confirming that the juvenile you're tracking has indeed become separated from substantial family protection. Your analysis of feeding sign provides additional intelligence about the timing and direction of herd movements, helping you predict where adult sauropods might be located and plan your approach accordingly. This environmental reading demonstrates sophisticated observational skills. The juvenile's trail becomes increasingly erratic as you follow it deeper into the forest, with frequent direction changes and backtracking that indicate growing panic and disorientation. These behavioral signs suggest that the young animal is becoming more vulnerable as stress compromises its decision-making abilities. Your approach brings you to a small clearing where the juvenile sauropod has stopped to rest and feed on low-growing vegetation. The young animal appears exhausted and distressed, frequently lifting its head to call for its missing family with plaintive vocalizations that echo through the forest. The sight of your potential prey allows you to assess its size, condition, and defensive capabilities. The juvenile is substantial, probably weighing several tons, but is still small enough to be manageable for a predator of your size and experience. Its distressed state suggests reduced alertness and reaction speed. Your attack strategy must account for the juvenile's size advantage while exploiting its compromised mental state and lack of family protection. The approach requires careful positioning to prevent escape while ensuring that you can deliver an effective killing bite despite the size differential. The clearing provides good attack routes from multiple directions, though the open terrain also increases the risk of detection before you can close to effective striking distance. Your camouflage patterns help you blend with the forest edge, but movement must be carefully timed to avoid alerting your prey. Your final approach demonstrates the patience and precision that characterize successful large-game hunting. Every movement is calculated to minimize detection while optimizing your attack position and timing. The tension builds as you prepare for the explosive transition from stealth to open assault. The attack itself is a masterpiece of predatory technique. Your explosive charge covers the distance to your target with devastating speed, while your perfectly timed leap brings your massive jaws within range of the killing bite. The young sauropod's escape attempt is futile against your superior speed and tactical positioning. Your capture technique demonstrates sophisticated understanding of anatomy and leverage, with your bite placement and body positioning optimized to control the struggling animal while delivering maximum damage. The kill is accomplished efficiently, minimizing both your energy expenditure and your prey's suffering. The successful capture of such substantial prey provides enormous nutritional rewards that will sustain you for an extended period. This feast allows you to be selective about future hunting opportunities while focusing energy on territorial defense and social activities during appropriate seasons. Your feeding on the large prey demonstrates remarkable efficiency, with your powerful jaws and teeth making quick work of even the toughest hide and largest bones. Your digestive system is perfectly adapted for processing such substantial meals, extracting maximum nutrition from every part of the carcass. The feeding process requires several hours of intensive consumption, during which you must remain alert for potential interference from scavengers or competing predators attracted by the sounds and scents of your kill. Your positioning provides good visibility while offering reasonable defensive options. The abundance of meat from this kill allows you to feed selectively, consuming the most nutritious organs and tissues first, while leaving less valuable portions for later consumption or abandonment to scavengers. This strategic feeding maximizes nutritional gain while managing consumption time. Your completion of the major feeding session marks a transition to a more relaxed phase of daily activity. With substantial nutrition secured, you can focus on territorial maintenance, social signaling, and the various maintenance behaviors required for optimal health and condition. The afternoon rest period following your substantial meal involves finding optimal resting locations that provide thermal comfort while maintaining security. Your large body mass requires careful attention to temperature regulation, especially when processing large amounts of food. Your selection of afternoon resting areas takes advantage of natural shade, while providing good visibility for monitoring territorial conditions. The elevated position allows observation of potential threats or opportunities, while offering reasonable escape routes if needed. The digestive processes following large meals generate considerable heat, requiring behavioral adaptations to prevent overheating during warm periods. Your positioning in shaded areas with good air circulation helps maintain optimal body temperature while allowing efficient digestion. Your afternoon activities include detailed grooming behaviors that help maintain optimal health and condition. These activities include removal of parasites, cleaning of wounds or abrasions, and maintenance of your claws and teeth for optimal hunting performance. The grooming process reveals the remarkable flexibility of your anatomy, with your arms and neck providing access to most areas of your body for cleaning and maintenance. Areas that cannot be reached directly are cleaned through, rubbing against appropriately textured surfaces like tree bark or rocks. Your claw maintenance involves deliberate wearing and sharpening activities that keep these crucial hunting tools in optimal condition. The claws on both your feet and hands require regular attention to maintain their effectiveness for grasping prey and providing traction during hunts. Your teeth also require maintenance through deliberate use and occasional replacement of damaged or worn examples. Your dental system is designed for continuous renewal, with new teeth constantly growing to replace those lost during hunting and feeding activities. The afternoon territorial patrol following your rest period focuses on areas that weren't covered during the morning activities. This systematic coverage ensures that all parts of your territory receive regular attention and that no significant changes escape your notice. Your patrol route takes you through the wetland edges that represent some of the most valuable resources in your territory. These areas attract numerous prey species for drinking and feeding, making them crucial locations for both hunting and territorial defense. The wetland environment supports different plant and animal communities than the forest and grassland areas, creating unique ecological niches that contribute to the overall biodiversity of your territory. These diverse habitats require different hunting strategies and territorial management approaches. Your investigation of wetland conditions reveals seasonal changes in water levels and vegetation that affect prey animal behavior and hunting opportunities. This environmental monitoring provides crucial intelligence for adjusting tactical approaches to changing conditions. The discovery of fresh tracks from various prey species around the water sources provides valuable intelligence about current activity patterns and population levels. This information helps guide decisions about hunting timing and target selection for future opportunities. Your afternoon patrol also includes investigation of the territorial boundaries, where conflicts with neighboring predators are most likely to occur. These boundary areas require regular monitoring to detect and deter potential intrusions before they become serious challenges. The boundary patrol reveals evidence of testing behaviors by neighboring predators, with scent marks and territorial signs indicating probing activities that must be addressed through reinforced marking and strategic positioning. Your response to these challenges helps maintain territorial integrity. Your territorial marking activities during afternoon patrols involve both scent deposition and visual displays that communicate your presence and capabilities to potential competitors. These signals serve as warnings while also providing information about your health and fitness status. The strategic placement of territorial markers takes advantage of natural features and travel routes to maximize their effectiveness in communicating with other predators. Your knowledge of competitor movement patterns helps optimize the positioning of these important signals. Your late afternoon activities include exploration of areas where recent environmental changes might have created new hunting opportunities or territorial challenges. These investigations require careful assessment of potential risks and benefits before committing to new tactical approaches. The exploration reveals evidence of recent storm activity that has modified some terrain features and created new water sources. These environmental changes affect prey animal behavior patterns while also creating new strategic opportunities for hunting and territorial control. Your investigation of storm damage includes assessment of how fallen trees and altered drainage patterns might affect future hunting strategies and territorial defense requirements. This environmental adaptation demonstrates the flexibility required for long-term survival. The late afternoon light creates optimal conditions for long-distance visual assessment of territorial conditions and potential opportunities. Your excellent eyesight allows detailed observation of prey animal activities across vast areas of your domain. Your visual survey reveals the locations and activities of various prey species throughout your territory, providing intelligence that will guide evening hunting decisions and strategic positioning. This observational capability represents a crucial advantage in tactical planning. The behavioral patterns of different prey species during late afternoon periods create predictable opportunities that experienced predators learn to exploit. Your knowledge of these patterns allows optimal timing of hunting activities for maximum success probability. Your evening territorial survey focuses on areas where prey animals typically gather for water and evening feeding activities. These predictable congregation sites represent some of the most valuable hunting opportunities available during evening periods. The selection of evening hunting positions requires careful analysis of wind patterns, lighting conditions, prey animal behavior, and potential interference from competing predators. These tactical decisions demonstrate sophisticated planning capabilities. Your positioning for evening hunting activities takes advantage of natural terrain features and vegetation cover to provide optimal concealment while maintaining excellent attack routes and escape options. These strategic locations have been identified through years of successful hunting experience. The evening wait for hunting opportunities requires remarkable patience and restraint, maintaining perfect readiness for explosive action while remaining motionless for extended periods. This combination of patience and hair-trigger readiness characterizes successful ambush predators. Your evening observations reveal the complex social behaviors of prey animals during transition periods between day and night activities. Different species show varying levels of vigilance and group coordination that create different tactical challenges and opportunities. The arrival of your chosen prey at the evening hunting location validates your strategic positioning and behavioral predictions. The target animals move into optimal attack position through their own natural behavior patterns, demonstrating the effectiveness of patient tactical planning. Your evening attack demonstrates perfect integration of stealth, speed, and tactical precision that characterizes master predators. The capture is accomplished with devastating efficiency, providing substantial nutrition while showcasing your continued hunting prowess. The evening feeding takes place under changing light conditions that affect visibility and environmental awareness. Your heightened senses compensate for reduced visual acuity while maintaining alertness for potential threats or competitors. Your feeding efficiency during evening hours demonstrates adaptations for rapid consumption when extended feeding periods might not be possible. The ability to quickly process substantial amounts of meat provides tactical flexibility in uncertain conditions. The completion of evening feeding marks the beginning of transition to night activities and rest periods. Your body begins physiological changes associated with reduced activity levels and the processing of accumulated nutrition from the day's successful hunts. Your selection of night resting areas involves assessment of security, comfort, and strategic positioning for the following day's activities. These decisions reflect both immediate needs and longer-term territorial management considerations that characterize successful apex predators. The resting site you choose for the night provides excellent concealment while maintaining reasonable defensive positions and escape routes. The location offers proven security based on previous successful use and optimal positioning within your territorial boundaries. Your preparation for night rest includes final territorial marking activities and comprehensive scent analysis to ensure that no threats have approached during evening activities. These security measures help guarantee safe rest while maintaining territorial claims. The process of settling into optimal rest position involves careful positioning of your massive body to optimize both comfort and readiness for potential nighttime threats. Your size and weight require attention to circulation and pressure distribution during extended rest periods. Your night rest position allows rapid activation of defensive capabilities while providing optimal comfort for the extended periods of reduced activity that characterize nighttime routines. The position has been refined through years of experience to balance multiple requirements. As complete darkness falls across your territory, your senses adapt to the changing acoustic and olfactory environment that characterizes night periods. The enhanced reliance on non-visual senses provides detailed information about territorial conditions during reduced visibility. Your sleep patterns during night periods are characterized by alternating phases of deeper rest and lighter vigilance that allow physical recovery while maintaining security awareness. This rest architecture is perfectly adapted to the challenges faced by large predators. The cool night air provides welcome relief from the thermal stress of active hunting, while creating environmental conditions that affect the behavior of various nocturnal species throughout your territory. Your thermal mass helps maintain optimal body temperature despite environmental fluctuations. Your digestive system continues processing the day's substantial nutrition throughout the night period, converting consumed prey into energy and building materials needed for tissue maintenance, growth, and tomorrow's hunting activities. These metabolic processes generate heat that contributes to thermal regulation. The night sounds of your ecosystem create a familiar acoustic environment that provides both security information and intelligence about territorial conditions. Your ability to interpret these complex soundscapes helps maintain awareness while allowing necessary physical recovery. Your unconscious monitoring of environmental cues during rest periods helps maintain territorial security while allowing the deep recovery that sleep provides. This automatic vigilance system represents crucial adaptations for survival in competitive predatory environments. The night dreams of apex predators blend memories of successful hunts with deeper instinctive patterns that reflect millions of years of evolutionary development. These mental processes help consolidate learning while maintaining the predatory drives that define your existence. Your massive presence continues to influence the behavior of numerous other species throughout the night, with many creatures adjusting their activities to account for your location and status. This ecological influence demonstrates your role as a keystone species. The security zones created by your formidable presence provide protection for various smaller creatures that benefit from reduced predation pressure in your immediate vicinity. These indirect relationships demonstrate complex ecological interdependencies. Throughout the night, your territory remains under your protective influence even during rest periods, with established scent markers and territorial boundaries continuing to deter competitors and maintain exclusive access to essential resources. Your territorial control extends beyond mere physical presence to include the psychological impact of your reputation and demonstrated capabilities. Other predators' knowledge of your success and dominance helps maintain territorial boundaries without constant direct confrontation. As the night progresses toward dawn, your body begins subtle physiological preparations for the transition back to active hunting readiness. These circadian rhythms are perfectly synchronized with environmental conditions and prey animal behavior patterns. The approach of dawn triggers gradual increases in alertness and metabolic activity that prepare your predatory systems for optimal performance during the early morning hours, when many hunting opportunities present themselves. Your gradual awakening occurs in coordination with environmental light changes and the increasing activity of potential prey species throughout your territory. This synchronized transition optimizes your readiness for new hunting opportunities. The morning assessment of overnight territorial conditions reveals successful maintenance of security during vulnerable rest periods, with no signs of significant intrusions or challenges to your established dominance. This territorial stability provides foundation for new hunting activities. Your emergence into full consciousness brings satisfaction from successful survival and territorial maintenance in one of the most competitive environments in Earth's history. Your continued existence as a dominant Allosaurus represents the pinnacle of predatory evolution. The morning light reveals your magnificent predatory form against the backdrop of the ancient late Jurassic landscape, creating an iconic image of life during the age of dinosaurs. You embody the perfect integration of intelligence, power, and instinct that characterizes ultimate predatory success. Your morning stretching routine demonstrates the remarkable coordination and explosive power of your predatory anatomy, with each muscle group perfectly integrated for hunting performance. This physical preparation reveals the sophisticated physiological systems that support predatory excellence. The familiar sounds of your awakening territory create an ancient symphony of life that connects you to timeless relationships between predators and prey. Your participation in these eternal cycles demonstrates the continuity of successful evolutionary adaptations. Your morning territorial survey reveals fresh opportunities that have developed during the night, providing new hunting possibilities and updated intelligence about prey animal movements and environmental conditions throughout your domain. The assessment of overnight changes includes evaluation of weather patterns, prey activities, competitor movements, and environmental factors that might affect hunting success. This comprehensive monitoring provides crucial intelligence for optimal tactical planning. Your morning hunting strategy begins with careful analysis of the most promising opportunities revealed by territorial surveillance. The target selection process involves assessment of success probability, energy requirements, tactical complexity, and potential environmental interference. The planning process that guides your hunting decisions demonstrates sophisticated cognitive abilities that integrate multiple information sources into optimal tactical responses. This intellectual capability distinguishes truly successful apex predators from those that rely solely on physical attributes. Your confident movement towards selected hunting areas displays the assured stride of a perfectly adapted predator moving through familiar territory. Each step demonstrates integration of power, balance, and tactical awareness that characterizes successful predatory behavior. The continuation of your daily cycle represents millions of years of evolutionary refinement in predatory excellence, with each hunt, territorial patrol, and rest period contributing to the ongoing success that has made your species one of the most formidable predators in Earth's history. Your existence as an Allosaurus in this magnificent late Jurassic world represents the culmination of predatory evolution, demonstrating how natural selection can create creatures perfectly adapted for the complex challenges of apex predator survival in competitive ecosystems. The ancient landscape around you stretches endlessly under vast skies, providing the backdrop for another day of hunting, territorial defense, and the various activities that define successful predatory existence in this prehistoric paradise where giants rule the earth. Your powerful form moves through this timeless environment with the confidence that comes from perfect adaptation to your ecological niche, demonstrating the remarkable success of evolutionary processes in creating ultimate predators capable of thriving in Earth's most challenging ecosystems. The morning sun illuminates your magnificent predatory anatomy as you begin another day of activities that will demonstrate the hunting prowess, territorial dominance, and adaptive intelligence that have made Allosaurus one of the most successful and respected predators in the history of life on Earth. Your continuing journey through this ancient world represents the eternal cycles of predator and prey, relationships that have shaped evolution for hundreds of millions of years, with your species occupying the apex position through superior adaptation and predatory excellence. The satisfaction that comes from perfect adaptation to your environment fills your consciousness as you move through your territorial domain, secure in your dominance and confident in your ability to meet any challenge that this magnificent but dangerous world might present. Your life as an Allosaurus continues with the timeless rhythm of hunt, feed, patrol, and rest that has sustained your species through millions of years of evolutionary success, proving that the combination of intelligence, power, and adaptive flexibility creates the ultimate predatory advantage. The peaceful conclusion of another successful day in your prehistoric paradise brings deep contentment as you settle into rest, knowing that you are exactly what evolution designed you to be. A perfect predator living in perfect harmony with the eternal cycles of life and death that define existence in the magnificent age of dinosaurs.